Hello students. So now today we'll start with one of the very important chapter from Max 1, that is chapter number 4, pairs of straight line. As you all might be knowing some basic formulas of a straight line which was there in the 11th standard, even in the 10th standard also. Okay, before starting and dealing with any sums, any concept of 12th standard, let's have a quick revision of your 10th standard. So here you all might be knowing that how to find the slope, equation of line when you have the slope and point, equation of line when it is passing through origin. As this chapter for 12th point of view, it is very important. It is one of the important chapter from Max 1. Chapter actually it is very easy, but concept wise, when you will see the concept in this chapter, in this exercise, there are three exercises when you will see. Okay, so there are lots of things which you have to learn, small things, the basic things which were there in the 11th standard, which was there in the 10th standard also. These are the formula you all might be knowing, which was there in the 10th standard coordinate geometry. Yes or no? In geometry it was there. Now as the chapter is easy, but there are lots of concept in all the exercise. There are many things which you have to learn. Small things are there which you have to keep in your mind. So whenever a chapter which contain lots of concept, lots of things, lots of property, so I always prefer to teach that chapter in type wise. I always suggest to my student to do the chapter whenever you think you feel that there are lots of things, lots of concept. So always prefer to solve the chapter in type wise. Don't solve the sums in exercise wise. Doing type wise, it will connect with the chapter and you will feel that the difficult chapter is also easy for you all. So now let's begin with the concept of your 10th standard first, and then we'll start with the concept of your 12th. This all things it was there in the 10th as well as in 11th. Okay, now let's see how to find the slope. Now here we have three formula to find slope, and here we have the condition also when you have to find slope with particular sentence. Now your guessing is very simple. You might be thinking that, sir, it is confusion, there are three formula, and how we will come to know that when and where for which particular sum we have to apply which formula. That is very simple. Okay, so let's see how to apply the first one, how to apply the second, and how to apply the third one. Okay, so here the first one is what? M equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Here M is a symbol for slope, as you all might be knowing, which was because this all things it was there in the 10th standard. So just I'm taking the revision of that part. So M equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So this formula when you have to apply when you have the slope of the line passing through 2 points. Whenever you have 2 points, suppose if I say 3 comma 2, okay, 3 comma 2 and 2 comma minus 3 or something. So we'll consider this first coordinate as x1 y1 and second as x2 y2. So here we have x1 y1 x2 y2. Simply apply the formula, the first one. So when you will apply the formula, m equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, replace the value of x1 y1 x2 y2, you will get slope. So the first formula when you have to apply when you have the 2 points. So consider the first point as x1 y1, second as x2 y2. Okay, now move on to the second one. What is the second formula? It is m equal to tan theta. So m equal to tan theta. So here when you will get the slope of the line when you have theta. Here theta is what? Inclination of the line. For example, suppose this is a graph, this is a line, and this line makes an angle theta. Suppose, okay, here the angle is 30, 40, 60, yeah, 0, anything. So here we'll take one example as theta will consider as 45. So can I say using this formula m equal to tan theta, so theta will be replaced by what? 45, and we know that tan 45 is 1. So here we got the slope equals to 1 when you have theta. So second formula when you have to apply when you have the theta is the inclination of the line. When theta is given, apply this formula. Okay, now we'll see the third one. As the third one is very important formula. Okay, this third one will play an important role in this chapter, because in many exercise you will see that you will have a linear equation and you have to find the slope. So the third formula will play an important role in majority of the sums and even all the exercise. Okay, now keep this in your mind. Whenever we have a linear equation, we can easily find a slope. Now here we have one formula to find the slope. So what is the formula? It is m equal to minus coefficient of x. What is the formula? It is coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. So simply what you have to do, see the coefficient of x. Here a, b, c are the coefficients. So here coefficient of x is what? A. And what is the coefficient of y? It is b. So we got the slope m equals to minus a upon b. So in this way you can find the slope whenever you have a linear equation. Now listen here, note down. We can find the slope only for the linear equation. Whenever it is a quadratic equation, we cannot find the slope. So let's take one example. Suppose if I say 3x plus 2y plus 3 equal to 0. So this is a linear equation. So m equals to what? Minus coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y. So here what is the coefficient of x? It is 3, and coefficient of y is 2. So here we got the slope, that is minus 3 by 2. Okay, got the point? So in this way you can find your slope when you have the linear equation. Note down again. In this chapter I am saying in this chapter we cannot find the slope whenever we have a quadratic equation. If it is a linear, we can apply this formula and we can find the slope. Got the point? Okay, so here there are 3 points which you have to remember for the slope, but the third one, it is very important. It will play an important role while we solve the sum. Okay, keep in your mind, whenever there is a linear equation, we can easily find the slope. Okay, okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next one is what? Equation of line having a slope. When you have a slope, that is m, and it is passing through a point x1 y1, and the equation of line is represented by what? Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So simply what you have to do, replace the value of m by that number whatever you got, and x1 y1 is a coordinate. Okay, so this equation of line, it is known as slope and point. So it is known as slope point form. So what is the formula? Y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1. Got the point? So when you have to apply this formula, when you have the slope and the line it is passing through x comma x1 comma y1. Okay, to find the slope there are three formulas. When you have 2 points, apply this one. When you have theta, apply the second one. When you have the linear equation, apply the third one. But in the majority of the sum you will see the third one, where you will have the linear equation and you have to find the slope by using this formula. Substitute the value of m, x1 y1, you will get a equation of line. Got the point? Okay, now move on to the third one. Equation of line passing through origin. So what do you mean by origin? Origin means what? 0 comma 0. So here can I say, here we got a coordinate. We'll consider this coordinate as x1 y1. Okay, see the previous formula, it is what? Y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1. Replace the value of x1 y1 by 0 0. So here we'll put 0 comma 0 because equation of line is what? Here passing through origin. Origin means what? 0 comma 0. Will replace this x1 y1 by 0. Okay, so what will happen? Let's see. So when you will replace that value coordinate by 0 comma 0, so y minus 0 will be equal to m x minus 0. So y minus 0 will write y only, will keep this m as it is. X minus 0 will be what? X, yes or no? So therefore we got y equal to mx. So direct formula we got, yes or no, y equal to mx. So instead of applying this formula, okay, so whenever the word comes, a statement come, equation of line, it is passing through the origin. So straight away, instead of applying this formula, we'll apply this one, a shortcut formula, that is y equal to mx straight away. Okay, so simply for this formula we require slope, yes or no? Again, for slope there are three formulas, 1 2 3, but in many sum you will see that we have to apply the third one. So got the points? So any doubt till here? Okay, now this formula will play an important role. Y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1, where you will have slope as well as the point. Okay, uh, this is also, the second formula is also very important, but in rare case we have to, in there are less, not many sums in the exercise where you will see that the equation of line passing through the origin. Okay, if in case if it's come that equation of line is passing through the origin, then straight away apply this formula. Okay, now note down here I'd written something, passing through x1 y1 and perpendicular to ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So now listen here, this part, it is very important point. Okay, passing through the point and it is perpendicular. Whenever the statement comes like this, passing through x comma 1 and perpendicular to a linear equation, so here can I say this is what? It is a linear equation. As we know that when it is a linear equation, we can easily find the slope by using the formula what? Minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Yes or no? So now, but focus on this word perpendicular. So whenever the word comes perpendicular, so exactly what we have to do and what changes we have to do here. Listen here. So whenever you have an equation, so here what is the equation? Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So first you will find the slope of a given equation. So m will be equal to what? Minus coefficient of x, yes or no? It is what? A upon minus coefficient of b, y, sorry, it is b. So here you will get what? Minus a upon b as an answer. But in a statement, whenever the word comes perpendicular, so what you will do, after finding the slope of this line, The next step, what you will do, you will reciprocal this value with opposite symbol. Reciprocal with opposite symbol. So what exactly you will do, you will reciprocal this value with opposite symbol. So now which we got the slope of the line, it is for the perpendicular condition. So now, so exactly what you will do, whenever the word comes perpendicular to the given line, so first you will find the slope. After finding the slope, you will reciprocal this value with the opposite symbol. So that condition, it is for the perpendicular. That slope actually it is for the perpendicular condition. So we'll take one example, you will come to know. So if I say 3x plus 2y plus 3 equal to 0 is a line, and a line which is passing through x comma x1 y1 and perpendicular to this line, okay, perpendicular to this line. So in the first case you will find the slope by using this formula minus coefficient of x upon coefficient y. So here coefficient of x is what, 3, coefficient of y is what, 2. So here we got a slope, yes or no. So this is not actual answer for the perpendicular. So in the next step what you will do, in the next step you will find the slope. Simply what you will do, reciprocal this value with the opposite symbol. If it is minus, you will write plus. If it is plus, you will write minus. For example, here the answer is 1 by 2. So here the answer for the perpendicular will be what, minus 2 upon 1. Reciprocal with the opposite symbol. Here it is plus, so you will write minus. So in this way you will find the slope whenever in a statement it says that it is perpendicular. So can I use, yeah, say in a simple language, the first condition. So in the case 1, whenever you find a slope for a particular line, actually it is for a parallel. So when you do reciprocal with the opposite symbol, this slope actually it is for a perpendicular condition. Got the point? Yes or no? So this is a very important point which you have to remember whenever the word comes perpendicular, okay, in a statement, in a sentence. So see to it that you cannot find the slope directly and you will substitute the value in the equation. So after finding the slope, simply you will, what you will do, you will reciprocal that slope with the opposite symbol. Okay, this was the important point to find the slope for the perpendicular condition. Now we'll move on to the next one, that is a point number 4. If two lines having slope m1 m2, suppose we have two lines are there, we'll find the slope for the first line. We'll take the slope for the first line as m1, for the second line as m2. Then here there is a condition, when the two lines they are parallel if their slopes are equal. For perpendicular, when you have the value of m1 m2, the product of two slope it should be equal to -1. The product of two slope it should be equal to -1. For a perpendicular, the product should be equal to -1. And if you want to show that the two lines are parallel, so simply what you will do, you will show that the slope of two lines are equal. When the slope of two lines are equal, then the lines are parallel. If the product of two slopes are equal to -1, that means the two lines are perpendicular. So these are the basic formulas, basic concept which you have to remember. This all things will come in the exercise when you will solve the sums. And I hope you all might be knowing this all the formulas which was there in the 10th standard. Got the point? So now exactly what you will do now will, as I said, that will prefer to solve the full chapter in type wise. So we'll break this 3 exercise. Now in this chapter there are 3 exercise. We'll break the exercise in type wise. Okay, so let's begin with the type number 1 now. So let's begin with the type number 1. So as I said that we'll break this full chapter in types. Okay, um, so here the type number one, when you will see there are two types of sum, where exactly in the type number one what you have to do. Okay, type number one, where you have to find the combine equation. Okay, so now listen here. So what do you mean by the combine equation in this chapter actually? So I will explain in a simple language. So combine equation means what? Combine equation means what? Combine equation means when you will combine a two equation, you will get one quadratic equation. So remember like this: combine equation means quadratic. There is second type which is known as separate equation. So remember, separate equation means a linear equation. In simple language, remember like this. Okay, combine equation means a quadratic equation and separate equation means a linear equation. That means from a linear equation, okay, you have to convert into quadratic equation. Okay, so converting linear into quadratic, it is known as combine. Converting quadratic into linear is known as separate equation. So there are two types of sum. Type number one, it is based on combine. Type number two, it is based on separate equation. So remember, combine means what? Combine means quadratic and separate, remember, as linear. So like this you can keep in your mind. Okay, chalo, now we'll see. Suppose if you have a two equation, we'll consider this u and v as a two equation of line, and that equation of line will be in the form of a linear equation. Yes or no? Like here we have some example. We'll consider the first part as u and the second part as v. So whenever you have to find the combined equation, so simply what you will do, you will multiply this u and v, multiply these two equations. So when you will multiply this two linear equation, so when you will bracket open this, so can you see 2x 3x x x square you will get. Got the point? So that means exactly what we are doing here. If you want to find the combined equation, we will multiply this two linear equation to find the combined equation. Okay, now can you see the difference between these two example? Here we have x and y, here we have x and y and even the number also. Now, so whenever there is a number and here the number is missing, whenever the number is missing, see to it that the combined equation format, okay, the final answer will be in this form. Which one? It will be in this form: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. So whenever the third number is missing, the number is missing, so when you will multiply these two linear equations, so you will get a quadratic equation which will be in this form. So when the third number is present and when you will multiply, like there are three numbers, so when you will multiply the final answer, okay, so the final answer will be in this form. Okay, that is ax square plus 2hxy by square 2gx 2fy plus c equal to 0. So here a, h, b, g, f, c, here a, h, b, they are the coefficient of the equation. Got the point? Okay, so simply what you have to do, whenever you have a two linear equation, and they said that you have to find the combined equation, simply what you will do, multiply, bracket open, bracket expand, you will get your combined equation. So this was the type number one. Okay, now in type number one there is one more sum, but it is different. The pattern of the question will be different. Okay, now listen here. So what exactly we have to do whenever the statement come like this: find the combined equation passing through x 1 y1 and it is parallel, or sometimes they will say it is perpendicular to a linear equation. Okay, now we'll replace this linear equation and this point by one example. Can you see this? Passing through -1 comma 2, in which one is parallel and other is what? Perpendicular. And then we have to find the combined equation. To find the combined equation, now listen here, there is a huge difference between these two examples. Okay, yes, we have only two equation. Whenever you have a two equation, the first concept will come. Whenever the statement comes, it passing through, and then parallel or perpendicular they will use. They will sometimes they will use parallel, sometimes they will use perpendicular. Yeah, one line will be parallel and other will be perpendicular. Okay, so whenever the statement come, whenever you have only two linear equation, the first concept, two linear equation with one point, that is x1 comma y1. So there is a proper method, there is a proper step which you have to follow. So what exactly you have to do? You will find the slope of this line, the first one. Simply follow this step. Okay, slope of this line, then you will apply slope point form. Find the slope of this line. Here we have x1 y1, the slope point, the slope point form. Here you will get one equation. We'll give this equation number as 1. So second, in the next step, what you will do, now you will find the slope for this line, for this linear equation. As we know that we can find the slope only for the linear equation. Whenever it is a quadratic equation, we cannot find the slope as per the rule of this chapter. Yes or no? So again, find the slope. We have the point. So now slope point form between these two. Slope point form. So here you will get a second equation. We'll consider this first equation as u and second as v. Okay, we'll combine these two equation now, then only you will get a combined equation. So it is a very important sum, proper, we can say 4-mark sum. It is a proper 4-mark sum. Okay, so these are the steps which you have to follow. And we know that one more thing, as the word comes perpendicular in a statement sum. So when you will find the slope like m equal to minus, for this will be what? A upon b. If the word comes perpendicular, if it is a parallel, the slope will remain same. But word comes perpendicular, so what you will do in the next step? Reciprocal with opposite symbol. So now this slope will become a slope for the perpendicular condition. Got the point? So these are the steps which you have to follow. So got the difference between this two type? It is very simple to remember. Two linear equation combine, straight away you will get the answer. Two linear equation, but it is pass. Okay, if the sentence they use passing through parallel perpendicular to these two equations, so we cannot multiply this two equation directly to find the combined equation. There is a proper step which you have to follow. So let's take some example. Okay, so let's start with the type number 1, the sum based on this type. Okay, where you will have a two linear equation. Okay, can you see here we have two linear equation where the third term is missing. Here we have two linear equation but the third term is there. So whenever the third term is missing, you will get the answer of combined equation in this form. Third term is there, trinomial are there. When you will multiply this, you will get the final answer in this pattern. Okay, so here we know that a, h, b, g, f, c are the coefficients. Okay, got the point? Sure. So let's check some example. So here the first one is what? 2x plus y equal to 0 and 3x minus y equal to 0. So let's see the presentation, how to present the sum in the examination. So the step, what you will write, we'll consider the first one as u and the second equation as v. So the combined equation of the lines u equal to 0 and v equal to 0 is what? U into v equal to 0. Yes or no? That means the combined equation of the lines 2x plus y equal to 0 and 3x minus y equals to 0 is 2x plus y, that means u into v, na, 2x plus y into 3x minus y equal to 0. So now simply what you will do, bracket open, bracket expand. So you all might be knowing how to expand this. Okay, so 2x into 3x, so what we will get? 6x square minus 2xy plus 3xy plus minus, this is minus y into y square. I hope you all might be knowing how to do this step. Okay, bracket expansion. So in the next step, 6x square, here we have the like terms, yes or no? So minus 2xy plus 3xy, when you will solve you will get xy minus y square equal to 0. As I said that when the third term is missing, yes or no, when the third term is missing, the answer will be in this form: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. So here we got our combined equation, yes or no? So what do you mean by the combined equation? Can I say it is one form of a quadratic equation? So remember this, combined means quadratic, separate means linear. Okay, so the next step you will write is, this is the required, okay, combined equation. Got the point? Okay, move on to the next one. The step will be same, the combined equation of the lines u equal to 0 and v equal to 0 is u into v equal to 0, yes or no? So therefore the combined equation of the lines, which are the lines x plus 2y minus 1 equal to 0 and x minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0, is, so simply what you will do, multiply this two linear equation to get a quadratic equation, that means a combined equation. Again same, what you will do, bracket expansion. So what will get, x into x, x square, this will be minus 3xy plus 2x, done with x, now with plus 2y, so plus 2xy plus minus minus 6y square plus 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 4y, now with minus 1. Okay, so minus x minus minus plus 3y minus plus minus 2 equal to 0. Check out the like terms. Now listen here, you have to arrange the equation now in this form. Yes or no? So first you will keep x square. Now check for xy. xy, yes or no? xy. So minus 3xy plus 2xy, that will be what? Minus xy, yes or no? After that y square will come. Check for y square, yes it is there, minus 6y square. Then after that the coefficient of x part means, see the like terms for x, so it is here and here, plus 2x minus x, plus 2x minus x, so x you will get. Then 2fy means y will come. Where is y? 4 and 3, so 7y. And last c is the coefficient of the equation, only the number. So where is the number? Minus 2. So here we got the required combined equation, yes or no? So check, when the third term is missing, you will get the answer in this form. Whenever the third term is present, you will get the answer in this form. Okay, so is the required combined equation. So here we can say that was the type number 1. When you have a two linear equation, simply you have to combine the equation, bracket expand, you will get the answer. Now we'll move on to the next one, that is a type number 1, and that only the subtype is there, where you have to find the combined equation. The question will be same, combine only, but the pattern of the question will be different. Okay, now here we have two linear equation passing through, and the word they will use parallel, sometime they will use perpendicular. So all this we have to check. So as I said that the chapter is easy, but the thing is that there are lots of concept, there are many things which you have to remember in this chapter to make this chapter easy. So that's why I'm preferring to do the sum in type wise, okay, instead of doing exercise. Got the point? So now we'll see the subtype of the combined equation, the next one. Okay, so we'll see the sum based on this type, passing through, where we have to find the combined equation only, but it is passing through x1 y1 and it is parallel or perpendicular to a given two linear equation. So now some student will think and will say that, sir, can we multiply directly this two linear equation to find our combined equation? No, because the statement it says that we have to find the combined equation. So for combined equation we required two linear equation. So what does the statement means? We have a two linear equation which we have to combine. So consider here we have two linear equation which is in the form of u and v, which is passing through this point, and which one line is parallel to this equation and the second line is perpendicular to this. So got the point? So how we can multiply this two equation to find our combined equation? We cannot find, yes or no? Got the point? Here actually we have to find a linear equation, that two linear equation, yes or no? So we don't know that two linear equations, so we'll consider one linear equation as u and second one as v. So this u and v will get multiplied together to find the, to get the combined equation. So directly we cannot multiply this two equation. So it says that we have two linear equation which is passing through this point, in which the one is parallel to this and the second one is perpendicular to this. So when you will solve, when you will present the sum, you will get one equation we'll consider as u and the second one as v. So after applying this step, you will get a particular u and v. So this two equation, what exactly we will do, we'll multiply this two equation to get the required combined equation. Got the point? So we'll see the step. Okay, so follow this step. Okay, so now let's see how to present the sum. Okay, now the first step you will write what? Let, we'll consider that two linear equation now, so we don't know what is that two linear equation which we have to combine. So let u be the line passing through -1 comma 2, and we know that that first line actually is parallel to this equation, and parallel to x plus 3y minus 1 equals to 0. So now according to the step, we have to find the slope of the first one, yes or no? The slope of x plus 3y minus 1 equals to 0. So therefore can I say, so when you will find the slope of this line, so that will be the slope for this equation. Sorry, that means for this u, this equation only. Okay, so now the slope of u is, using the formula, which one? M equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Okay, here no need of writing or showing this formula. It is understood that we are applying this concept, this formula, to find the slope. Now listen here, for the first one they use the word what? Parallel. Parallel means what? The slope will remain same. For the second one it is given perpendicular, so for perpendicular we know that exactly what we have to do. Okay, afterward we'll see. First, slope of u is what? So according this formula, so what we'll get? Minus coefficient of x is what? 1. What is the coefficient of y? It is 3. So here we got the slope of u. Now we'll find the equation of line u, equation of line u, yes or no? By using formula y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1, yes or no? By using slope point form. So if you want, you can write down this formula as a reason. Okay, so y minus, what is the y1 here? So here we know that x1 y1 is what? Minus 1 and 2, yes or no? So x1 y1, so y1 is what? 2. So here we got the slope. Slope means what? M na. So slope is what? Minus 1 by 3, and then x minus x1, so x minus x1, so here that is what? Minus 1 already, yes or no? So in the next step, y minus 2 equal to minus 1 by 3, so minus minus will be what? Plus. So bracket open with this minus 1 upon 3, or instead of that, shift this 3 to the left hand side. So what we'll get? 3y minus 6 equal to minus, bracket open with minus 1, so minus x minus 1, yes or no? Now see that, arrange the equation in such a way that um, keep the symbol of x as positive. Okay, for each and every sum, for each and every exercise, whenever you are uh, finding the answer by using the slope point form, see to it that arrange the equation in such a way that, okay, the symbol of x should be what? Positive. So now we'll bring this x to left hand side, so this will be x plus 3y minus 6 plus 1 equals to 0. So therefore x plus 3y minus 5 equals to 0. So here we got a equation, so we'll give this equation as equation number 1. So actually here we got what? Exactly y, u equals to 0. Yes or no? Understood the meaning of the question? Now the second line is perpendicular to this line, yes or no? So that part I will solve here. Okay, listen. Same step you will write, let, instead of u, now we'll take v be the line passing through minus 1 comma 2 and perpendicular to what? 2x minus 3y minus 1 equals to 0. Now focus on the word, it is perpendicular. Got the point? Okay, so now first find the slope now of this line. Slope of 2x minus 3y minus 1 equals to 0. So therefore, yes or no, slope of 2x minus 3y minus 1 equal to 0 using this formula will be what? Minus of coefficient of x upon y na. So 2 upon minus 3. So can I say slope of this equation is actually 2 by 3, minus will get cancelled. Okay, now using this formula we got the slope. So now we'll see the slope of v is what, but we know that this v is perpendicular to this equation. So whenever the word comes perpendicular, so what you have to do, reciprocal the slope with opposite symbol. So in this way you have to present the sum. Okay, so you have no need of writing the reason. If you want to write the reason for the slope, which formula you are applying, and for equation of line, which formula you are using, if you want to write, you can write here. Yes or no? Okay, so now listen here. So here u is what? It is parallel to this line, and v is what? It is perpendicular. So for u the slope will remain same, but for the v it is perpendicular. So what I did, reciprocal with the opposite symbol. So slope of v is perpendicular to this line, so slope of v is minus 3 by 2. So now we'll apply the formula, which one? Y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1. So therefore equation of line v using this formula, so y minus y1 is what? X1 y1 2 equals to m is what? Minus 3 by 2. Yes or no? X minus x1 is what? Minus 1. So in the next step what you will get? Y minus 2 equal to minus 3 upon 2 x plus 1. Yes or no? Got the point? Next will be what? Shift this 2, so what we will get? 2y minus 4 equals to minus 3x minus 3. Yes or no? We'll shift this all the numbers to the left hand side, because as I said, we'll keep the symbol of x as positive. So this will come this side, so what you will get? 3x plus 2y minus 4 plus 3 equal to 0. So therefore 3x plus 2y minus 1 equals to 0. So here we got the second equation. So now we'll second equation we consider as v equal to 0, like this. Yes or no? no need of writing this. For explanation I'm using this. Okay, u equals to 0 and v equals to 0. Now exactly what we will do. So as we know that the combined equation of lines u equal to 0 and v equal to 0 is what? U into v equal to 0. So therefore the combined equation of line x plus 3y minus 5 equals to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 1 equal to 0 is, so what we'll do, multiply x plus 3y minus 5, 3x plus 2y minus 1 equal to 0. So bracket open, bracket expand. So here you will get what? 3x square plus 2xy minus x, now with 3y, so 9xy, yes or no, plus 6y square minus 3y, now with 5 minus 5, so minus 15x minus 10y plus 5 equals to 0. Okay, now check for the like terms. So therefore we can say what? So the final answer will be 3x square, so this will be 11xy plus 6y square minus 16x minus, when you will solve this part for y, minus 10, and this will be what? Minus 13y plus 5 equals to 0. So this is the required equation. Now the question rises here, sir, how will come to know that we have to write first x, then y, then xy, then y, then x? Arrange the equation either is in this form when you have a 3 terms, when you have 6 terms, arrange the equation in this form. So first you will keep x square, then xy, then y square, then x part, then y, and the last you will keep number. So this is the proper presentation of the sum. So in this way only you have to present the sum in the examination. If you want the reason, you can write. So you might be thinking that, sir, it is a very big sum. Is there any alternate method to find the answer? Alternate method it is there for the CET level, okay, uh, which we cannot apply that concept in our examination HSC board. So this is the proper way in which you have to present. As I said, this is the important question, and the weightage for this sum is 4 marks. Okay, so simply what you have to do, we have to find the combined equation. So that combined equation we don't know, so we'll consider that combined part in which the first, for the first one we'll take v and the second one will take u, and we will take, okay, for the first u, second v, in which this two line actually passing through this point, and in which u is parallel to this equation and v is perpendicular to this part. So whenever the perpendicular word comes, we know that we have to reciprocal with the opposite symbol. For the first part, for u it is parallel, so for parallel we'll keep the slope as it is, yes or no. But here we know that v is perpendicular to this equation, so slope of this equation is 2 by 3, but v is perpendicular, so therefore reciprocal of this number with the opposite symbol, you will get minus 3 by 2. Using slope point form, you got equation number 1. Using slope point form, you got equation number 2. Okay, after that what you will do, combine these two equations to get the required combined equation. So this is the required, combined equation. Got the point? Understood? But see to it that focus on the word perpendicular in the sentence. Whenever the word comes perpendicular, don't forget to reciprocal the value with opposite symbol. Got the point? So in this way you have to present the sum. Okay, so we'll take one more sum. As we know that we have to find the combined equation, so we don't know that two linear equation, we'll consider u and v. which is passing through the point x1 y1, and both these two lines are perpendicular to 3x plus 2y minus 1 equals to 0, and 3 minus x minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. So here the word is what? Perpendicular. So perpendicular, both the equation of line are perpendicular to this equation. So whenever you will find the slope of this line, see to that you have to do the reciprocal with the opposite symbol. Without doing that, you cannot solve the sum further. Okay, so that's the important point here which you have to remember. Reciprocal with opposite symbol. Got the point? Now I guess you can try this sum by yourself, as I had explained the whole sum in the previous example. Yes or no? Can you see the previous example? So in this way only you have to present the sum, but see to it that in the previous one it was one equation was parallel and one was perpendicular. Here both the equations are perpendicular. The presentation part will be same. You will start with let u passing through 2 comma 3 and perpendicular to this line. You will find the slope of this line. So slope of this line, what you will get? Minus 3 by 2, but we know that it is perpendicular, so answer will be what? 2 by 3. Yes or no? Then you will apply slope point form. So slope point form, you will get equation number 1. After that you will find the slope for this equation. So for this it will be minus of minus 1 upon minus 3, sorry, minus 1 upon minus 3, minus will get cancelled, you will get 1 by 3 slope of this line. But we know that it is perpendicular. Yes or no? So when it is perpendicular, so reciprocal of this, what you will get? Minus 3 upon 1, so that means minus 3. So slope of u, so listen here, so roughly I will explain this sum. Slope of u is 2 by 3. Okay, because it is perpendicular this line. So for this equation you will get slope minus 3 by 2. So slope of u is what? Perpendicular to this line, so slope will be 2 by 3. And slope of v is, as v is perpendicular to this line, the slope will be 1 by 3, but we know that v is perpendicular, so the answer will be what? Minus 3. Okay, we'll apply the formula, that is y minus y1 is 3 equal to m x minus x1. Here you will get equation number 1. For this also y minus y1 is what? 3. Okay, yes, m is what? Minus 3, x minus x1, so x minus 2. Okay, do the basic simplification and then consider this part as u equal to 0, this part as v equal to 0. Multiply both the equations, so you will get the combined equation, and that combined equation, it will be in the form of what? Final answer, you have to keep the answer in this form: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So I'm explaining this sum because I had explained the previous example with a proper step and in a proper manner. So what is the difference here? Here it was one line was parallel and second line was perpendicular. Here both the lines are perpendicular, that's it. And the same sum it is there in the exercise, this fourth one. Even the third one also it is there. So fourth, I guess you can try by yourself. Just focus on the word perpendicular. So whenever the word comes perpendicular, slope will be what? The reciprocal with the opposite symbol. Yes or no? Got the point? Can you solve this sum further by yourself? Okay. Again, this is also a very important sum for proper 4 marks. You can see the steps from the previous sum. So now let's have a quick revision exactly what we did. So we started with the type number 1. When you have a two linear equation, no statement like this passing through, so straight away multiply, bracket expand, you will get the answer. Either the answer it will be in this form or it will be in this form. So when the third term is absent, you will get the answer in the first form. When the third term is present, you will get the answer in this form. In that only type number 1, there is a subtype. They will say that we have to find the combined equation. That combined equation, it is passing through x1 y1, which will be parallel or perpendicular to a given required equation. So whenever they will say parallel, keep the slope as it is. Whenever they will say the perpendicular, so for perpendicular, okay, why again and again I am hammering on the verb perpendicular? Because I know that there are many students, they will, while solving, they will keep the slope as it is. I know. So whenever the word comes perpendicular, see that the slope, after finding the slope, okay, reciprocal it with the opposite symbol, and then apply slope point form, and this point will consider as x1 y1. So in that whole sum we have to apply slope point form 2 times. So for the first time you will get u equal to 0, for the second time you will get v equal to 0. So when you will combine these two equation, u into v, you will get your required answer, and that required answer, it will be either in this form or in this form. So that's the end of the type number 1.